Nice.
All right, so let's take the brackets apart so then we can install the actual mounting nut and see how it's going to look when it's on the light and mounted on the bumper. Oops. All right, now we took the 4 screws out. Let's go ahead, get this one, and we have a crush washer, a regular washer, and the locking nut. I suggest applying some Loctite once you're actually gonna mount them. So some thread locker once you mount them. So let's go ahead and put this on there. As you can see, it fits perfectly, and we'll be able to mount it back in there. All right, so we fed the wires through here, because if I pull them out through under here, they're just going to be hanging, at least here. They won't be, visible from the front, as you can see. So now just zip tie them here to this little bracket, radiator front support bracket. Going to cut off the excess of the zip ties, and then I wired it through back under here. Didn't have to take anything apart, just run the little pieces there. And then got the mess of wires, and so I'll make it nice and neat down here. All right. All right, so you have the cables ran through, like I mentioned before, all nice and clean. This is the only dirty part, quote unquote dirty part that I have, but I tied the cables through here and I put the ground here. Sort of difficult to put it here because this is a pretty good size box there, say like a 1-inch box, so it's a little difficult to put it down here, and then for this cable to reach all the way there. So I ended up putting it here until I get a switch panel, and then obviously it would probably get mounted here and run the cables through, or maybe a wireless one. So, but so far this is what it looks like. Ran the positive right through there, right at the top one, and then ground here, and fed the little cable through here with a zip tie all the way through. I gotta cut these up, clean them up, tighten them, and yeah. But this is what it looks like until I get a switch panel box all nice and clean. I thought about taking it off of the other vehicle, but I do want to add more lights to that vehicle, so I don't want to take it off. That we have it covered, not really using it since we got this. But yeah, if you look from up front, it looks damn nice. Just got to tighten it up. Can't see the cables or nothing unless you're like right here. So all right, so I took off the 4 screws here, and I believe I'm going to run this cable through here. I'm going to have to fold down the windshield, so that should be interesting, because cables are running through up here, and I believe this is for the either antenna or the camera or something like that. So if I fold it down, I could probably run the cable, the little wire right through here, and just keep the little switch thing right here again until I get a controller panel. So yeah. All right, so to take down the windshield, gotta take 1, move this out of the way, 2, there's 3, and then 4. So let's get to it. All right, so I ended up folding down the windshield and running the cable through here, through there, and as you can see right through there, put a little zip tie and fed it through. I don't know if there's maybe another way I could have fed it through here, but then when I take off the door, it was gonna look all, you know, I'm gonna have a cable there again when I take off the door here, but I'm gonna push it down in here real nice and tight, and then with the little double-sided tape it has, just plug it down here. As you can see, it should not go anywhere too much, but we will see. We will see. It would be nice to put up here, but then this thing has, you see, light. So when I put it up here, that looks dirty. So when I get the controller panel, I seen a VOS switch or something, and it goes through here, and you actually feed it through back here, through here. So we will see. Or I could do that and plug it up maybe here, but the cable is now still in the way. We'll see. I'll still keep playing around with this until I figure out what I'm going to do with it. But for now, just putting the screws back in to the windshield, as you can see. All right, so we finally wrapped up. Have the Auxbeam 5-inch V-ultra LED pods. Ran the wires through here. We'll zip tie this so this doesn't come loose and tangles all around. Would have been nicer if the bumper had a hole through it under here, just so you could run the wires. I could have done that, but then I'll have zip ties. And I think, honestly, from up front, this looks a lot more appealing than running zip ties through the front of it. You can see, ran the wire from the battery all the way up. Then I need to get some double-sided, because this, it won't stick on here, so gotta get some of that, and then probably mount it down here. Usually had it, and yeah. Other than that, back to normal. Tops are on, everything's on. Clean finish.